Hey, what's going on, friends? Joe again from Grindhouse Grotto. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. For your viewing pleasure, I'm going to be reviewing Return of the Living Dead Part 2, the Scream Factory Collector's Edition. So I had this pre-ordered several months ago. As soon as I found that this film was being released by Scream Factory, I instantly went to their website and pre-ordered it. This is one of those films. It was a day one buy for me. I absolutely love the Return of the Living Dead films. So now I own the first one, the second one, and the third one on Blu-ray. The third one was released by the Vestron Video series. But nonetheless, all of the films are really good releases. I'm anxiously awaiting to see, how this release came out. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just open this up, share with you all the contents of this release, and just talk about the film a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Let's carefully open that up. Absolutely amazing. I love that. Cover art on that is absolutely incredible. So y'all can see that. Let me show you all the back here. Let me pop this out. So we got another plastic film on this. It's actually the first time that I've gotten a Scream Factory release and they put double plastic film on there. Usually they just have it on, either or. So either the covering the protective sleeve or covering the actual Blu-ray itself. It's interesting that they doubled up on it this time. So, looks like the front cover is exactly the same, similar to all the Scream Factory releases, exactly the same as the sleeve. You just pop this bad boy open. And the disc has got some pretty cool art on there. So let me see if I can zoom in on this. There's that. Then we take the disc out. And we have the original art on there. That's pretty cool. What I'll probably do is flip over and put the original artwork in the actual case and leave the slipcase as the alternative artwork. It's pretty much what I do with all the Scream Factory releases. That way I'm displaying two different covers. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. It is one disc. So the original Scream Factory release of Return of the Living Dead was actually two discs. It looks like it's pretty much, for the most part, got very similar special features on there. So I'll go ahead and just show you all what it's got. It's got a new 2K scan from the Interpositive, original theatrical soundtrack, new audio commentary with actress Susan Snyder, new audio commentary with Gary Smart, co-author of The Complete History of the Return of the Living Dead, and filmmaker Christopher Griffiths. New featurette with special effects supervisor Kenny Myers, and more. New featurette with writer-director Ken Wiederhorn. Audio commentary with Ken Wiederhorn and co-star Thor Van Lingen. They Won't Stay Dead, a look at Return of the Living Dead Part 2, and more. Pretty cool stuff there. In the back it says, a hoot, it's fun. Kevin Thomas, Los Angeles Times. The zombies have returned. The horror begins again as mysterious barrels bounce off in an army transport as it passes through a new housing development and land near an abandoned cemetery. Mischievous neighborhood boys discover the barrels and open them, unaware of the evil contained within. A deadly green vapor escapes and turns the living into flesh-eating zombies and causes the dead to rise from their graves. As these hideous living dead hunt down the fresh human brains they need, man is pitted against man and the living against the dead. It's a macabre struggle for survival. Absolutely really cool write-up on this. Really dig the hell out of this cover art there. But yeah, guys, that is the Return of the Living Dead Part 2 release from Scream Factory. Like I said, I haven't, you guys are watching me open this up, so I haven't had a chance to look at the contents, you know, actually look at the special features. But from first appearance, I wanted to give everybody a sneak peek as to what lies inside this Blu-ray release. And from first glance, this looks like a pretty solid release. It's got really good special features. Yeah, I love this film. If you've seen the Return of the Living Dead films, Return of the Living Dead Part 1 and Return of the Living Dead Part 2, they're kind of horror comedy films. So they're kind of like a spoof or a parody of zombie films. They really don't take themselves seriously. They're not your George Romero zombies. So these zombies are really, really silly. And they need brains. So they don't care less about, you know, eating the flesh off of the bones of their victim. They just want to eat brains. And that's pretty much the gist of these two films. You got some really cool actors in here. Thom Matthews from the Friday the 13th Part 6 and the first two of the Return of the Living Dead series. He's in this film. Incredible job from him. Yeah, I just stick the hell out of this movie. The first one and the second story, the first two movies, they don't share any continuity between each other. So if you've seen Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, it's kind of the same thing. Return of the Living Dead Part 2 is more or less just its own story, kind of like a remake. The two characters from the first movie return in the second movie, but there's no continuation of the story. It's this whole separate story. It's its own movie itself. I do enjoy the first one better than the second one, but I still think they're really good films. They're just basically two separate stories. So, you know, they're just a blast to watch, really fun, really enjoyable. You know, I can sit back and watch the first one and part two and just really enjoy the both of them. Anyways, guys, this is not going to be a full in-depth review of the movie itself. I just want to share everybody. This release, just got this today. I pre-ordered this months in advance, so I got this 2 months early. So yeah, here's a sneak peek at Return of the Living Dead Part 2. If you're on the fence about getting this film, I would say go ahead and go out and get it. You might still be able to get these with the slipcover. Hasn't been out for too long. Typically, Scream Factory will guarantee that you're going to get a slipcase if you pre-order or order within the first 3 months. So I'm pretty sure you probably can still get this with a slipcover. If not, I don't think it would be going for too much on eBay. Scalpers probably haven't raised this price up too much, so you probably can still get it on eBay if you can't get it from Scream Factory. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this sneak peek, this unveiling video of Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Until next time, guys, take it easy.